Hi, I'm Jacob Hornberger, Libertarian candidate for president. President Biden is still on his anti-gun crusade. He recently gave a campaign speech in which he expressed his desire to make possession of AR-15s illegal. How ridiculous is that? How can he not see how ridiculous that is? I mean, imagine a killer going into a school to commit a mass killing, and at the last minute he says, "Oh, wait a minute. I just remembered that it's illegal for me to possess an AR-15. I better go home and get another gun." It's ridiculous. Or maybe Biden thinks that he's going to finally wipe out all guns in America. Yeah, like there wouldn't be a black market in guns like a black market in drugs. In fact, the drug war is one of the major reasons for violence in America. This is another thing that Biden just will not bring himself to acknowledge. He has long been one of the fiercest proponents of the drug war. Oh, yes, he gives these little token clemencies from time to time, but he has long been a fierce proponent of really one of the most violent government programs in history and one of the most racially bigoted government programs in history. You've got turf battles, cartel battles, all kinds of things associated with violence in the drug war. And you've had it there since the beginning. In fact, the reason I submit that Biden doesn't want to go down this road of legalizing drugs and ending this deadly, destructive, violent, corrupt, racially bigoted government program is the drug war bureaucracy. They are a powerful lobby. Federal judges, state judges, DEA agents, law enforcement people, sheriffs, police, they all depend, the clerks, court clerks, they all depend on this drug war to maintain their salaries and in some cases bribes. And so this is a powerful lobby. They don't want to see the drug war go. They know that if the drug war goes, they got nothing to do. They're just sitting there twiddling their thumbs and people start thinking about maybe eliminating their positions. But that's what's going on here. Now, ironically, the drug cartels are also big proponents of the drug war because they know that they would be out of business instantaneously if drugs were legalized. Just like Al Capone's type of people were out of business when the prohibition of alcohol was repealed. But there's another major cause of violence in this country which Biden cannot bring himself to acknowledge, and that's the national security establishment. This is a veritable killing machine. It is the what Martin Luther King called the greatest purveyor of violence in the world. I mean, we don't know exactly how many people they've killed overseas, but it's got a number at least in the millions in my lifetime. I mean, last 70 years or so. In the millions, that's nothing to scoff at. That's a lot of people. When your government kills millions of people, that's a lot of people. And I submit that, this theory they had that as long as they were free to go out and kill people overseas, that it would have no effect on American society, that Americans could go to work and have their vacations and live their normal lives, and that nothing bad would happen. Well, I submit that's impossible. That when you've got a killing machine as a government, those deaths are ultimately going to seep into the very fabric of society. And I think that's what's happened with the off-kilter people. When I was a kid, you had off-kilter people in my hometown. They didn't bother anybody. Everybody just was very nice to them, but you could tell they were off-kilter. But now the off-kilter people are out there committing mass killings, and I submit that they're copycat killings, that something is triggering off into them, that when this dysfunctionality seeps into the fiber of American society, that is causing them to copy what the national security state is doing overseas to people. So if you want to get rid of the violence, don't be talking about confiscating guns. That's ridiculous. Get rid of the root cause of the violence. Get rid of the drug war, legalize all drugs, and get rid of this massive, greatest purveyor of violence in the world. Bring all the troops home, stop the killing machine, and then you get on the track to a free, prosperous, peaceful, and harmonious society. I'm Jacob Hornberger, Libertarian candidate for president. My campaign website is jacobforliberty.com.